Hi everyone, today we are going to be looking at measurement again, and this time it is metric units of mass. So if you want to get out your black practice book and have the reteach page available, we will look at that again today. First, let's see what our goal is through the lesson. You should be able to estimate with metric units the amount of mass of an object. You also should be able to select the correct unit to use for measuring the mass of an object. Mass is the amount of matter that an object contains. It is directly related to weight, and so we kind of use them interchangeably. But just so you know, for future when you're in maybe a science class, mass and weight are actually different, because we can measure the mass of an object here on Earth, and when we go and take it to the moon, it would still have the same mass, but on the moon it would weigh differently. Weight has a lot to do with gravity and the pull towards Earth. So for now, you can still think about it as weight, but just know later on you're going to learn the difference between those two. So down below here, you're seeing two words. In green is the word gram, and in blue is the word kilogram. And these are the two units of measurements you're primarily going to be learning about today. And down here at the bottom, it's telling you that a gram, when you collect 1,000 of them, 1,000 grams is going to equal 1 kilogram. So a gram is a smaller unit of measurement than a kilogram. And in the next slide, you're going to learn an even smaller unit. So here's a list on the right of the metric units used to measure mass. And on the left, just for reference and a reminder, those are the customary units. So on the right, we've already talked about gram and kilogram. So you see a third unit that's even smaller, and that's a milligram. A milligram is about as heavy as just one little tiny grain of salt. A gram is about as heavy as a dollar bill, which still is not very heavy. And then a kilogram would be about the weight of 6 apples. Here are some more examples. I'm going to take you through some pictures so you can get a sense of the size or unit that we're talking about. So milligram is the tiniest, and a feather and even just a portion of a raindrop, not even a whole raindrop, would be equal to 1 milligram. So both of these are just 1 milligram. If you collect 1,000 of those, now you have a gram. Each of the things pictured here is just 1 gram. So a paperclip, a raisin, and just one stick of gum equal 1 gram. If you collect 1,000 of those and put them together, that would be the weight of 1 kilogram. So these things here, well, not this man right here, but sorry, my pen just, oh, there we go. All right, so this fennec fox and this pineapple weigh about 1 kilogram. So kilogram is the primary unit that you would use if you were going to be weighing a person. So usually in the United States, we weigh and check our weight in pounds. But for people, it would be in kilograms, but not just 1. We would need more than that. So I was wondering if you could estimate about how much the average person weighs in kilograms. The answer is approximately 70 kilograms. So this man, you would need to collect about 70 pineapples to equal the weight of a man. And this would be just an average man who weighs about 150 pounds. My S doesn't want to go on there. We'll move on. All right. So as I was looking up information about metric units for weight or mass, I found this really fun website. If you ever want to go check it out, it's called weightofstuff.com. And it's just really kind of interesting to look at the weight of different things so you get a sense of just understanding these units of measurement a little better. So now go ahead and open up your reteaching 14-8. My dog is whining right now to come on my lap. 14-8, I'm going to go over the answers with you. Okay, so I added this pineapple here on this page so that we can use that as a reference, because I want to remind you that this pineapple weighs about 1 kilogram. So that will help us think about how we would measure these different items in metric, using the metric system. Okay, so number 1 says lawnmower. So I'm going to think, is a lawnmower going to be heavier than this pineapple? Yes. So if it's heavier than this pineapple, I'm going to be using kilograms, because I'm going to need more than 1 kilogram to measure the weight of the lawnmower. A pumpkin. A pumpkin is actually also going to be heavier than a pineapple, so we would need more than 1. So we're going to also measure that in kilograms. Number 3, a child, like yourself, is going to weigh more than a pineapple. So again, kilograms. A gold ring, that's definitely lighter than a pineapple. So we wouldn't use kilograms to measure its weight. We would have to go smaller to grams. Number 5 is a robin's egg. So just think of any kind of egg. It's going to weigh less than the pineapple. So we're going to weigh it with that small unit. Number 6, a cannonball. That's going to be pretty heavy, so we want to use kilograms. A cement block, also heavy, so kilograms would be appropriate. A spool of thread, that's not very heavy at all, so we're going to use grams. Now you may have noticed that we did not use milligrams for any of these, because in the text, they were just asking us to choose those. And remember, milligrams is very, very light, like 1 grain of salt. So nothing even in this list would be appropriate to measure in milligrams. Number 9 is a great question. It says, which is greater, 850 grams or 1 kilogram? So let's think about that. 1 kilogram is equal to how many grams? And that's the cool thing about metric, is that it's always going to be a multiple of 10. So 10, hundreds, or thousands. And in this case, the word kilo means thousand. So it's telling you that you need 1,000 grams to equal that 1 pineapple. So right here, 1 gram is 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. So is that more or less than that? So the answer, of course, is that it's more. So 1 kilogram is more. I can't fit on the lines with my little pen. Number 10 and 11 are both math questions, calculations. So it says the mass of a certain window is 18 grams. What would be the mass of 5 of those windows? So for that calculation, you could do repeated addition. You could do 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus 18. Or since you're in 4th grade, you're going to do 18 times 5. And letting you solve that. And the answer was 90. And make sure you put the unit afterwards. And then number 11, the mass of a horse is 180 grams. kilograms. The mass of a second horse is 275 kilograms. Wow, that's a lot. I'm just thinking you would need that many pineapples to equal that. All right, how much larger is the mass of the second horse than the first? So 275 is larger, and we want to find out the difference between those. So how much larger is it? So when you subtract, you will find out your answer. And hopefully you said 95 kilograms. All right, everyone, great job. I hope that helps so that you can kind of have a sense of what those units of measurements would feel like if you held them in your hand. Have a great day, and don't forget to go do your practice page.